Good morning, good morning. Today you find me in the Chiltern Hills on a Maverick ultra run. No, I'm not doing it, but there are some brave souls thrashing out 50 kilometres around this wonderful area, and I'm here giving my bit back to running, doing a bit of marshalling. You will of course remember that I marshalled for Maverick last year as well, and I did a little short about it, so have a look at that one. But while I'm waiting for the runners to arrive, I thought I'd fill you in on some of the lessons learned from my Snowdon run. And I'll edit in some footage that I shot over the last 10 days or so to show you what I mean with some of it. I'm expecting runners in 15 minutes, so let's get straight into lessons learned from Irwithfa. Isn't that fantastic? That was evil. Got all tingly. Where's this? Can I finish? More bog. You find out what you're made of. Frying bacon. So the main questions I asked were, was it a good choice of race? Were the shoes right? Were the clothes right? Was the food right? So what about the choice of race? Any thoughts, any regrets? No, none at all. Should have been 13 miles half marathon. 2 days before they had to change it to 15. Hey, there's a challenge, but not one we could have a problem with. I actually ended up doing 15.8 miles. That's fine too. The terrain, not a problem. I think I prepared quite well, more of that in a minute. The race itself, great. Lovely location, well organised. No complaints. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Would I prepare myself not to enjoy some of it? Yes, I would. So the race choice, thumbs up. Stay on the right, next right into the manor. Stay on the right, next right into the manor. Well done. So what about my shoe choice? Well, road shoes? Absolutely not. Fell shoes? No. Too luggy, not enough protection for the soles of your feet. Innovate Park Claws? Lovely shoes. They're my go-to road to trail shoes, but still not enough protection for the soles of your feet on rocky terrain. And I'd like slightly bigger lugs. So that's why I went for my Rock Lights, Innovate Rock Lights, specifically for this kind of thing. Better grip, got a bit of graphene in. Let's see how they go. Fantastic. Stay on the right, take the next right into the manor.
Thank you.
So yeah, what about the kit? Well, that's really where the issue came. Not the kit itself, which I was really pleased with, but the way it worked. So I had my lovely Harrier pack, my Kinder 10-litre vest, and that was great. It gives me room to put everything in, it keeps it snug, it rides well, it washes easily, no problem at all, comes with you know, whistle on top of the clip, so lots of really useful things. I've got loads of stuff pockets for all the things that I need to do, and that's great. The only place it let me down was the very side pocket here, these zip ones. My freezing cold fingers couldn't quite get in there to get out the things that I needed, and I had a spare buff and my jelly babies most importantly in there. So what was the other issue? Well, the other issue was I had my coat over the top of my pack, and I can reach in and get my coat out dead easy. This is my Harrier Explore, which has a gusset in the back, so it fits over the top of a pack, as you would have seen, and that was brilliant. I had it over the top of my pack. It was able to keep my pack dry, keep me windproof, everybody happy, except that once I started to get cold, I then didn't want to take my coat off to get to my pack, and I couldn't reach deep enough into the pack to get anything out. So I kept my coat on thinking that it wasn't going to get any colder, and that was wrong. So what I needed to do at the end, I needed to take my coat off, and I was wet. I needed to take my pack off, which then meant I got slightly colder still. And then I went into my pack and was able to get out my extra clothing, which was in my dry bag inside the pack, and in there was where my gloves were. So the lesson is to have things where you can reach them easily. So for next time I will have dry gloves, spare buff, and a really lightweight base layer that can all fit into a plastic bag in the pocket of my coat, and then I can run with the coat on, and I can still get those things out quickly if I need to. Done, great running. Thank you. Stay on the right hand side of the road and take the next right into the manor. Thank you. Thank you. The other thing is that my gloves got wet. I don't wear waterproof gloves because I don't like waterproof gloves. They are really uncomfortable to run in. But if I could have something that would make my comfortable gloves waterproof, that would be a good thing. So what I'll do for next time is I'll have a spare pair of gloves, so that if my gloves get wet, I'll just take them off, chuck them in a plastic bag, put the spare pair on, and then I've bought some waterproof over mitts that can go on over the top of my dry gloves and keep them dry for as long as I need to. And then I can take the waterproof over mitts off if I need to, when I just need dry gloves. Stay on the right, take the next right into the manor. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. So I definitely didn't eat enough either. Normally I say I eat every 3 miles, which is generally about every half hour, which is fine. But when you're walking up a hill, and you know, I spent 2 hours walking up Snowdon, I should have probably been eating every half an hour, not every 3 miles. Certainly it was taking a lot of energy, but there was also a lot of energy trying to keep warm, and that's something I hadn't really planned on. Food was inside the jacket, I could get to it quite easily, but again I just didn't do it, and I should have done. And once my fingers got cold, it became more difficult. So I think I probably need to have some emergency things, like an emergency bag of jelly babies, which I'm not planning on eating, but have those in my pocket so that if I do find that I'm starting to flag a bit, then I can eat those, because quite frankly when I got to the top I was done. So eat better, don't get cold, put on protective clothing more quickly, take more clothing, and have better access to the things that I need. I think those were the secrets. That's what I'll do if I do the run again. I'm hoping you're going to be able to hear a bird that's called a yellowhammer. I can't see it, but its call is quite distinct. It sounds like a little bit of bread and no cheese. There you have it, the yellowhammer. So yeah, I was relieved by the tail runners. I've now come back to HQ. I've brought back with me all the signs that they'd been taking down, leaving nothing but footprints. And I'm now about to take it back to HQ and drop it all off. Here we go, marshalling done. People obviously still coming home. There's a lot going on. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Seen a bit of marshalling, which is quite nice for me to give something back to running. But also I do get a free entry into another run, so I'm probably going to tell you about that in another video. And I hope you enjoyed finding out about the lessons I've learned from running Snowdon, and I hope this video will save you having to make some of the same mistakes that I might have made and the lessons that I've learned.